10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. And we all know what that means. Friday means Stadium Connect North. Welcome to episode 15, if you can believe it already, of Stadium Connect North. And today we've got special co-host and good friend Fletch, aka PSX Cloud. And for those watching, if you watched the episode where we interviewed Fletch, you'll know that the PSX stands for PlayStation, Stadia, and Xbox. So
And
how's
not
everybody?
the original PlayStation.
Yes,
Yeah.
not the original PlayStation. So how's everybody doing today? Good?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Today was a good day because I got to play some very cool game. I've played Garfield Kart and really enjoyed myself for some reason. And I played Chorus for the first time, and oh my gosh, it's probably the best space shooter on Stadia that I've played so far. So very cool.
That's cool. So, Fletch, what about yourself? How are you doing? And what have you been playing recently?
Yeah, doing good. So I've had quite a few different things in the works, sort of Extraction. Been playing a bit of 100 Days.
Nice.
Recently, the Fast and Furious game that just came out. So I've
Great.
been playing that lately. Just playing a lot of things, sort of hyping myself up for a bit of Dying Light soon. Yeah. ESO as well. Been dipping my fingers into that a bit more again. So yeah, it's been a busy week.
Yeah, it certainly has. I've been let's see, Rainbow Six Extraction, Fast and Furious, and Troll Hunters as well. Garfield played along with.
Yeah, you kept yourself busy this week. Now that I think about it, right?
Super busy. And then next week with the Stadia Pro games dropping, we've got it's going to be even like more hectic. There's not enough hours in the day to be able to play everything and stream it all. But
all those first looks, John.
yeah, I've got to get those first looks in. So before we get started here, I just we'll give a shout out here in the chat. We see already. Oh, let's see. Metal Wolf is here. Oh my God, he says it's time. That's right, Metal Wolf. It is. NinjaGuy's here. Miss T22, Serena here. Woohoo! Almost time. X Predator, our good friend. X Predator here. He actually just finished. I think 100% at Darksiders 3. So congratulations to him, X Predator on there. Jack Travis. Hello. Thanks for coming back again, Jack. Rebellicus here. Mark Sally. Oh my gosh, there's I1's here. Dr. Stream X. Hello and welcome. Boy, Daniel, KBJ, Amini. Oh my gosh, so many people here. Vivi as well. Wow, we have quite a few people here and a very action-packed show. If you haven't already seen the bots advertising, we're giving away a copy of Rainbow Six Extraction on Stadia. All you need to do to enter is type in hashtag Stadium Connect North. And looking in the chat, I can see there's already quite a few people that have entered into the giveaway. And we always love to see that. Excellent game. I was playing with Vivi earlier after Garfield. But before the show, I played with Vivi and Original Penguin Adam. And for the first time ever, completed the first level of the New York map and got all three of the missions there completed. And the game is such a joy to play and so addicting. It's just like sometimes you get a little frustrated though because it's kind of hard at times, but it's just like you want to go back and play again and things like that. So it's such a fine balance of pain and punishment, really, kind of with what we're saying here.
Man.
So we're going to move right into this week's news because we've got quite a bit of news. We're going to talk news. We're going to look at some Stadia content creators, and then we're going to talk about the community news as well. So let me go ahead and get this up here, and let me get it on my screen as well. So this week, we had a blog post this week on Stadia. And boy, it was sure filled with a lot of information here and some games as well. We'll talk about here. We had two new games released this week. Fast and Furious, Spy Racers, Rise of Shifter from our good friends at Outright Games. And this is based off of an animated series, I think that's on Netflix. It's kind of a little bit Mario Kart-ish as well. I really enjoyed playing it. I streamed it. I know Anthony was out in the chat when we were playing along, and he bought it as well. And the Cowboy challenged me to a match, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it's not it's not the prettiest looking game, but it's quite fun to play, and it's got local multiplayer and online multiplayer as well. So definitely worth checking out. We did a first look on that.
Yeah, and you played, and there seems to be like a learning curve, right? Because you had a hard time at first in the medium difficulty, but after a while you started getting better in that.
So there's, I initially started out on easy. There's easy, medium, and I think hard. Whatever it is. Yeah. So I originally started out on easy, but it's way too easy. Then I switched it over to medium, and that's where the challenge comes in. And it's like, how many times were they using that? I call it's like the blue shell of Mario Kart, where it comes all the way from the back of the pack, and like it just spanks you basically.
Yeah.
And it just.
I know the exact power up. It's an absolute pain.
Yeah, it's like you're in first place there. You're like, yeah, I'm cruising to victory, and it's the use paintballs in it, right? So you have a paintball gun, paintball grenade. It's whatever the special weapon is there, and it's just ridiculous. And it was like but anyways, regardless, it's a pretty fun game and definitely worth checking out. So that was one of the two new games that we got. Moving down the list here, we got an announcement of the February Pro games. We know that Life is Strange, the remasters were delayed on all platforms from the end of September up until February, but we weren't quite sure, though, if they were still going to be Stadia Pro games like originally announced. And sure enough, here they are, both remastered. Life is Strange Remastered and Life is Strange Before the Storm are Stadia Pro titles, which is awesome, a great value. We got One Hand Clapping, another fun game. We interviewed the developers there at the end of December. I streamed NinjaGuy X. Did you stream? You streamed One Hand Clapping as well. I'm not sure. Fletch, have you streamed One Hand Clapping yet?
Not as of yet. I feel
like shame. Yeah.
Yes.
Shame.
And I know Rebellica in the chat, she streamed it as well. It's a fun and unique game. The challenge does pick up as you move on during the game there, but regardless, it's a Stadia Pro game now. Fogs, this is great. I'm glad that Fogs came to Stadia Pro because it's online multiplayer as well, so you can play with another player. And you would just one person controls one end of the fog, I guess, and the other one is the other end. To me, Fogs is I don't know if either of you have ever saw the cartoon Cat Dog.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that Cat Dog, Fogs to me is like Cat Dog, where one end's a cat and the other end's a dog, and you go around solving puzzles and stuff like that. Yeah. It's quite fun with multiplayer, so glad to see that. We also got Merrick's Market here as a Stadia Pro game. I know NinjaGuy X and we played that using the Stadia Couch workaround. That was quite fun, where we had the multiplayer there. Nanotale and Cosmic Star Heroine, which is a neat 16-bit inspired JRPG turn-based from like the Genesis Mega Drive and Super Nintendo Super Famicom era. So overall, a really great lineup of pro games. And I've even seen, and people in the community have commented, there's even positive articles out there written by certain, different outlets praising this pro lineup for February. So it's good to see. And it's like really awesome. I'm really happy with that. And also, there is a sale as usual here. Usually we get a sale. We just got finished off with the Christmas sale a couple of weeks ago, and now we're back to another sale here. Some games up to 80% off. It's fantastic as well.
I might plan on buying a few games on that still. I was thinking maybe Child of Light, which is like $5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Rayman, which is a awesome price. I'm sure Fletch want to talk about Rayman, right? The price difference.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky though because I have Ubisoft Plus. So.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
I can just skip that.
Good. Yeah. So the price, doesn't make sense in Europe for some reason, but
for some reason it's here, like in North America, it's a bigger percentage off, and I'm not quite sure. I don't know if they're going to fix that or for whatever the reason, but regardless, still a great game. And here we're talking about, we mentioned earlier as part of Stadia Pro, Life is Strange Remastered. So they've done a good job with this. They've enhanced the visuals, updated character models, all new mocap, facial animation and lip sync. It is great. If you haven't played Life is Strange before, or even if you have this, I highly recommend playing both of these games here because they're so awesome. They just draw you in, and they're always so like emotional and like pull on your heart, and you're faced with these decisions, and they're just great games. And being Stadia Pro games, like, why wouldn't you claim them and at least try them out? Because they're so great. I love those story-based games. Life is Strange Before the Storm Remastered. Again, it's got this is the prequel, and again they went all out with new character models, upgraded lighting, materials, environments, and there's also the unmissable bonus farewell episode and the deluxe outfit options. So overall, really good. Like, I love that both of these games are on Stadia Pro. I was looking at, before we heard the list, I was like, oh, should I just go ahead and pre-order them? Just in case they're not. And I was ready to buy them regardless. They're great price too. They're very reasonably priced. I think here in Canada, they're like $30-something like each if you didn't have Stadia Pro, but it only makes sense that you would get like a Stadia Pro subscription, $10 US, $12 Canadian. Mm-hmm. You can get both of these games for that, that price. So overall, really great games.
Something that I noticed, like a weird format with today's with this Stadia blog, is that for some reason Fast and the Furious, they put it before all the pro stuff, and then they decided to put all the other new games there.
Yeah, because when I was talking about it, when there's 2 new games, I was like, should I scroll down to Troll Hunters? I was like, no, because then that would be a little bit silly. But yeah, I don't know why that they did that, but I guess we'll see. We might touch on that a little bit here right after we finish this, because there was something that people spotted out on Twitter.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but so we'll go. Here's the second new game from Outright Games, Troll Hunters Defenders of Arcadia. And wow, this is another great game from Outright Games. It has co-op as well, couch co-op. And I was really pleasantly surprised with this when I played this game. Platforming action adventure game. Of course, its target audience is a younger crowd, but still it's, good for the young, older kids like us here. Still offers enough challenge, of course, different difficulty levels, and, it's value priced as well. So I was really impressed with Troll Hunters, and really excited to see even more games and support from Outright Games on to Stadia. And this next one was a surprise here because we got MotoGP 20. And in fact, it's just leaving Stadia Pro this month. And MotoGP 21 came out earlier this year. I think it was maybe in April.
Yeah, April.
But but suspiciously no Stadia release. So everyone's, oh no, it's not coming to Stadia, yada yada yada, all this good stuff. But here it is, a couple months late. Regardless, that's okay because we're still getting MotoGP 21. That's going to land February 1st. I know, Fletch, that made you happy to see that game coming to Stadia.
Yeah, incredibly happy. I would be surprised if when it launches, it isn't on some sort of discounted sale. But saying that, I reckon it will go on to Stadia Pro in March or April, like MotoGP 20 did. So if they don't put it on sale, I'd probably recommend just holding out for a month, and it'll probably go on there anyway. Which is always a benefit, especially with that new sort of bit they put in place for developers, sort of up to a certain value.
Yes,
so it works out well for them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that when it launches on Tuesdays, February 1st, that it'll be a discounted price. I couldn't see them. You never know. They might have it at full price, but we'll see because it's always, it's up to the developer to set the pricing. So hopefully it's at on a sale price. And but yeah, a lot of people happy to see MotoGP 21 come to Stadia. And then of course here I was talking about assemble your elite team in Rainbow Six Extraction. So I see lots and lots of people in the community enjoying that game. So it's really great to see. And again, another great blog post, great list of pro games coming. And it's just fantastic to see. I know that a couple of people were getting a little bit squeamish because the official Stadia account hadn't done any official tweets for, I think it was 10 days or something silly like that. They were replying to some tweets, but there was not an official tweet, and all that silliness is over. So here we are with a great post on this week on Stadia. So what we kind of alluded for here. So if you take a look at this picture here, you see Rainbow Six Extraction, MotoGP, Fast and Furious, Troll Hunters, and then all the pro games. If we close this, looky here, when the Stadia account tweeted this out that the blog post was ready, My Hero 1's Justice 2 was listed there. Now we know that this game was rated back in December on Stadia, and I can confirm too that in the Stadia media portal, this game is listed and you can request a review. So this is the release of this game is imminent. I would assume maybe within the next week or two. I guess for whatever reason, the timing on this, maybe they want it to wait until February 1st to release this. But it looks like originally it was going to be part of the blog. But yeah, so that was quite interesting. We had people point that out and like, oh, look, the picture that they showed the preview on the Twitter is different than what's on the blog post. So
yeah,
that was
and on Tuesday's show with Rock, Ray was kept telling Rock, go look at Twitter, go look at Twitter.
Yeah, go look at Twitter. Rock was like, what?
Yeah, what is he talking about? So, and then after a while,
it's funny how it isn't the first time that a game's been on a post like this on Twitter and then taken down and replaced.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but anyways, that was pretty neat to see that and kind of funny. So moving right along here, we got news that Elder Scrolls Online High Isle is coming to Stadia June the 6th, same time as PC and Mac, 2 weeks before it hits console. So that is great to see that continued support from Bethesda, keeping the game up to date. And if we click on it here, we've got a little trailer here I don't know. So, are any of you Elder Scrolls Online fans or players? Have you played the game
I
on
think Fletch
Stadia or?
is a big Elder Scroll fan there.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah,
Oh,
very exciting. And
that's
the benefit that they've sort of put out a plan structuring their entire year of support. So it's not just up until June. It's all the way up until the end of the year, and then beyond as well. So it looks like it's going to get content, a lot of regular updates, a lot of story updates as well. For
nice.
someone like me who loves the lore, it's fantastic, and I definitely recommend the trailer because it is a chef's kiss.
Nice.
Yeah, this definitely looks pretty cool here. It's about 3 minute trailer. We won't watch the entire trailer here, but great to see the continued support. And coming out January January. Oh my gosh, June the 6th. It's hard to believe. I still forget that it's 2022. Right? I still think we're back in 2021. But yeah, this is coming June, so still a couple of months away. But a great announcement, and fans like Fletch are happy to see this come to Stadia as well. Yeah,
going to be a great birthday for me. Launches on my birthday.
Yeah, and the Stadia Hunter community actually is pretty. Like we're starting to assemble people to actually start doing like the achievements on it. So it's kind of cool. We started assembling like a few members, and we might attack it sometime soon. So it's very exciting. Yeah,
that's awesome. Awesome to hear. Okay, so now moving along even more, Koei Europe tweeted that Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires is coming to Stadia on February the 15th. Now, why this is important, and we've highlighted this, is because it was announced back in December that this is coming to Stadia, but it said after the launch on other platforms. So it was kind of like an Outriders thing where it said, remember where we first heard with Outriders, it was like, oh, it's going to come to Stadia, but it's going to come a little bit later in the year. Well, here we are back on the 26th, just a couple of days ago here. Koei's confirmed that the game is launching day and date on Stadia, which is great to hear. And I've got, let me see here, on the webpage here. Yeah, so we're going to play a little bit of the trailer here, because this is not the traditional Dynasty Warriors game. Again, this is the Empire sort of slice of it, where it's, I believe what they call is it Musu, or, where they have just like a ton of characters on the screen. You'll see here, and you fight and battle it out. We saw a Zelda game on Switch. It, kind of like the same type of genre a year or so ago here. And it's great. I'm glad to see this coming to Stadia, because even though it might not be for everybody, this is just like another game that broadens the appeal, right? To different players. You can just fire up, your browser or on your phone or what have you, and then just get right into the action here. Storming the castle. You can see there's like a crap load of enemies, and you attack them here, do all these different attacks and magic and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to this as well.
Yeah, and it's a weird coincidence that we have Fletch here, because all of these games, like he's like super hyped about them. So it's funny because I know that you're looking forward for that one too, Fletch, right?
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite franchises of all time. So, really, really looking forward to it. I think I played it since Dynasty Warriors 3, so quite a long time. But in essence, this is moving away from the open world aspect of Dynasty Warriors 9. So it's more sort of area based, which is what everyone wants, especially from the Dynasty Warriors community. I think sort of the move to open world, nobody liked that.
I love the old school Dynasty Warriors.
And the benefit as well is there's a system in there now. So obviously, being empires, you command your own troops. So you get to choose who goes into battle, like archers, sort of swordsmen, horseback, etc. But based on how many soldiers you have, depends on how difficult the game is. So if you have an overwhelming advantage, the game becomes easy. Whereas if you don't have as many troops, the game becomes harder, and enemies have a lot more health, and they do a lot more damage as well. So it scales
Oh boy.
according to that. So it's very strategic.
Yes.
Definitely worthwhile giving a try. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get the demo on Stadia when it launches, like other
Ooh.
platforms have already got.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
that would be great. I would love to see that as well. The timed demo, that would be perfect. I love that they're doing that now. It gives you the 30 minutes or what have you to try out the game and see if you like it. Yeah, so that's great. So Dynasty Warriors 9, Empire's coming to Stadia February the 15th. So that's just a couple weeks away, not too far away. So great news to hear that. Again, moving along here, Super Animal Royale got a huge new update, version 1.3. I'm not going to go through everything on here, but some of the highlights are they've got the new gun, the BCG, the big clucking gun, and it's so funny is because like you can shoot, it's like a grenade type launcher and shoots eggs all over the place, and people walk into it and get slowed down and things like that. Let me see if this shows a little bit here, and they've made a whole bunch of gameplay tweaks. They've added some cosmetics for the Lunar New Year and things like that. It's just like very extensive update that is so awesome to see. So let's see here. Look, there's Metal Wolf there shooting. Oh no. There we go. Shoot. It's like no. Oh, here we go. It's like yay, all happy. Let's see, on the emu. We're running away. Oh, what's this? There's a chicken. Yeah, chicken licking here.
Original penguin and Middle Wolf there together, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And they're figuring it out, and they come up with the original penguin's got the chicken there, and they're like, no. Shoving it in there. And so there you go. So it looks like the BCG is actually a chicken shoved right in there, and look, shoots out the eggs. And let's watch this here. The epic. We've got to see the egg splatter, right? We can't not see the egg. There we go. Look at that. Egg on you on the beaver here.
Poor Jen.
Yeah, exactly. So the big clucking gun. And there you go. You can see it in action. Look, it's egg sighting. There's eggs all over the place. And fun game. I love this. And another, like a free-to-play game. So it's doesn't cost you a dime, and this weapon is included in the update. And this weapon you can only find in the caches and part of the mole drops. So you have to look there for the gun. Again, year of the Super Tiger event. Again, all this cosmetic stuff. You collect this stuff in the game, and you can redeem it for neat little things, and just a way to customize your characters. And you see everyone there all dancing around, happy. And, like I said, they made changes. Beaver Construction Headquarter update. They increased size of the den in the north. Like, they've made all these fine little tweaks to the map and also to gameplay based upon player feedback. So, that is so awesome to see the developer listening to the community, new emotes, all that good stuff. So kudos to Super Animal Royale and Modus for doing such an awesome update. Rainbow Six Extraction. So we've been talking about that quite a lot. Rainbow Six Extraction comes with 2 buddy passes. And these buddy passes allow you to give them to anybody on your friends list. So you can add them regardless of the platform. So on Stadia Friends or Ubisoft Connect, you would add other people on different platforms. And you can give each of these buddy passes, so again, you have 2, to your friends. And that allows them to play the game Rainbow Six Extraction for 2 weeks. The entire game, nothing's locked in it there. Great way to get friends who might not be too sure about the game, interested in it, and play along with them here. It was the buddy passes were delayed, so they actually launched yesterday. And also on the same day, I think we on Stadia got a 30-minute trial, like a demo of Rainbow Six Extraction. But there there was a little bit of confusion here on how to use the buddy passes. Oh, and this isn't.
Let me paste it
I had Fletch's video. Yeah.
I noticed that you didn't put it in, so I was getting it ready for you. So I put it in the private chat.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab that here real quick. I had that up. I don't know for what reason.
Yeah, with the trial, it's 2 hours. So the benefit of that as well is
2 hours. Okay, great.
Yeah, and it's completely separate to the buddy pass. So the buddy pass, you can only join your friend who sent you that. That's the only way you can play it for the 14 days. But if you want to play alone, or if at the end of the 14 days you still want to play with your friend, it just carries on. So it kind of lapses. So that 2 hours is completely separate, which is a bonus. And the plus side as well is that you can actually stack buddy passes.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you only have one friend and you want to play for 28 days, you can do.
Oh, wow. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. So we see here's the video that Fletch put up there. It shows that selecting your friend there, and look, send buddy pass token. That's awesome. You can stack it as well. Oh, and so you're saying that the demo is it's a 2 hour trial of the game.
Yeah, from initial boot up 2 hours. Yeah. The benefit is as well is anyone can use it. If you want to play with your friend, that 2 hours will stop while you've got that buddy pass whilst you're in your friend's squad.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it is a big benefit if you want to just play with your friends before trying it out, and you don't even have to use that 2 hour trial, which is a big bonus.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? I completely forgot what I was about to say, so move along.
Okay. Well, no, if you remember, just chime in. That's okay.
Yeah.
So we also saw, I think this was the tweet that quote unquote broke the silence or whatever that people were worried about. New Rick and Morty gear for Rainbow Six Siege. So, fans of Rick and Morty probably happy about this to see 2 new outfits coming to the game here. And again, they're all cosmetic and just fun, so it's great. I bought a couple outfits. I think a couple of Canadian ones in Siege, just for the heck of it, just for fun and stuff. But
I'm surprised they didn't add Pickle Rick.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Maybe a gun skin or something.
Yeah, there we go.
So John, the Canadian character in Siege is not in Extraction, right?
No, yeah. So there's 2 Canadians in Siege, but they are not currently in Extraction. I'm hoping that maybe they'll expand the character roster. I'm pretty sure Extraction.
They will.
They'll do that eventually. So we'll see both of those Canadian characters in Extraction here shortly. Hopefully within the next.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'd love to try them out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna move along here. Grime is one of my favorite games from last year. It is going to be getting some DLC later this year. And they tweeted out, upcoming DLC will be primarily flower themed, but you already know that if you're on our Discord. You've seen the flowery rock giant, but which other enemies would you like to see that get the flower treatment? So this is just a little teaser. Looking forward to that. I played, Grime, I think I'm pretty far into the game. I haven't played it for a little while. I didn't beat it yet, but I think I'm pretty close to maybe being like 3/4 of the way done with it. So I think I'm going to finish it up here maybe within the next couple of months, and when the DLC drops, get back into it there too. So nice. Really, really good. And we can see here's people. Do we get a God mode mod?
That would be good.
So, yeah, for sure. We also got news that Phoenix Point, there's going to be another DLC 5, Chaos Engines, is coming to the game here on March the 1st. It'll be priced at $5 US. And it's saying that we'll get this playing here. It says that Chaos Engines introduces a unique Chaos Syndicate, which offers new weaponry, vehicular upgrades, and missions for your Phoenix Point campaign. So this is like Phoenix Point is like XCOM, that RTS type game. And it says you can take on mutant threat with the new Chaos Buggy, which we see there, a powerful customizable vehicle, or you can wield the new Chaos Tech guns that offer incredible power for the price. I know Aswi is a big Phoenix Point fan, and I think he just recently purchased the game, so I'm sure he's happy to hear about this DLC as well.
Yeah, it's cool. And if you if you're undecided if this is a game for you or not, Transformers Battleground is on Pro right now for free, and it gives you a small taste of what type of game it is. It's like a easier version of that. So after finishing Transformers, if you want more, then Phoenix Point is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Coming from experience, Phoenix Point, good game, and the season pass as well is actually really good value for what you get in it. It's very adequately priced for a season pass, and the fact that it's now including 5 DLCs in it, incredible value. They keep putting into it, so big bonus.
Yep. Also, new missions, so new vehicle, new missions, new customization, new weapons. So awesome. And now we're going to move over here. We've got 2 pieces of news about Humankind. The first is that it's been updated. So I know that the Stadia version is behind the PC version in terms of updates, but we found out that it has been updated. But on the same note here, it was also revealed that as of right now, Humankind is not going to get on Stadia, will not get the DLC. Like it says there on Stadia source here, for the moment. Today, information was shared on Humankind that the Stadia version of the title will not receive the DLC that its console counterparts will be receiving, or at least at the moment. Now, if memory serves me correct, it's only out on PC. Is that correct?
Yes,
it's
on
Game
PC
and Stadia, right?
And Steam. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I know. So it's not really a console counterparts. It's going to be the PC, so it won't get the same DLC as the PC receiving, at least not for the moment. It's unclear. Basically, it says the next update, as we mentioned to you, will be the end of April and will contain, I'm not even going to try to pronounce those, the current one plus hot fixes. Regarding the DLC, it won't arrive to Stadia for the moment. I know this is unpleasant news, but we prefer to be completely honest and transparent with you.
It's good that transparent.
Yeah. Even if it's not something that, the news that we really want it to hear, at least they're being transparent and they're not hiding behind it by saying, oh, well, maybe we'll see, they're straight ups just saying like, right now, it's not coming to Stadia. So, there we go. So we got it straight from the horse's mouth. And like I said, unfortunately, I know that's not the news that a lot of people wanted to hear, but regardless, we're getting that information. And again, being honest and upfront is the best thing, really.
Yeah, and you're right. It's unfortunate, and it's not the first time we see this. Maybe when we get more people playing Stadia, maybe more people coming in, maybe we'll start seeing those versions be more up to date and stuff like that. So
yeah, which we're going to touch upon more people coming to Stadia later in the community news. So what we're going to do here, for those that are just joined, we are giving away a copy of Rainbow Six Extraction. All you need to do to enter is type in hashtag Stadium Connect North, and we will hand that out. You have to be present when we do the drawing here. And so good luck to everybody here. Again, I know it's a hot title that everyone's talking about, streaming about, and playing as well. I can already see people, other Jisan, getting into the raffle here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to move on to actually another segment, is where we're going to highlight some Stadia content creators. So the first person that we have here, and I'm going to put in the command in the chat here, is none other than our friend David Robinson. So we type in the command, and there we go. So there's David's YouTube channel. And now let me bring up on the big screen here. David, for any of those that have watched myself or NinjaGuy X, you'll know we've played with David several different times. We teamed up for a 9-to-5 tournament on the weekend. David was our teammate there, and we had loads and loads of fun. And David said, "You know what? I'm getting excited to be getting more games on Stadia this year. Watch this space for more Stadia streaming coming up on my YouTube channel." So David there is stepping up his game here. And David has 719 subscribers. So kudos to David for that. Lots of subscribers there. And you can see here he was just recently streamed Doom 2016, played with a Discord community, a whole bunch of great stuff. So definitely check David out. A really, really great guy and fun individual. And he's got some great content there. So again, his channel is in the chat. And if you missed it, just type in !David Robinson and you will get his channel there. And I see the cowboy in the chat.
Yeah.
You know, Anthony, he just can't stand that we're not talking about him. So Anthony, I gave you your 2 seconds of fame. We're looking at some Stadia content creators that people might not have heard of, right? So we want to get the word out and spread the word on these fantastic people. Everybody knows the cowboy. How can they not, right? You know, he's everywhere. He makes sure that you can see him. But anyway, so Anthony, that's David Robinson. And I'm going to move it on over to, let's move this over here. And I'm going to pass the mic over to NinjaGuy.
Hello. So like John mentioned, this is a new segment that we're doing. Maybe we're not going to do it on every show, but it's just something that we want to do and highlight some of these least recognized Stadia content creators. There, and we personally find that they need some of the praise, right? Because even though they're not too popular, they're really good content creators. So next up here, we have Papa Bear Gaming, and John is going to go ahead and put a command in the chat so you can have a look at his YouTube. So Papa Bear Gaming, he's like, I've watched one of his stream. He was playing some Extraction, very, very nice guy. He, when we talked in the chat, he was fun to talk with. He actually recently, created a Discord for his channel. So let me send that you guys in the Discord also, in the chat. So there it is. So yeah, if you want to have a look at Papa Bear's Discord, you can go ahead and do it. But he just reached 30 subscribers lately, and he's going up. So it's cool. And yeah, all he do is Stadia stuff, and he's very proud of his channel going up, and he's a good friend of David Robinson too. So there you go, a good connection. But he's other than that, he only started not too long ago too. He did Assassin's Creed 3, Darkside's Detective, Darkwood. Oh man, I wonder 20 minutes. Maybe like he his trousers got dirty and he had to stop.
You never know, right? You never know.
Yeah. So no, guys, I really enjoy Papa Bear Gaming. Go and have a look if you're interested. Yes. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Winstar, who actually only recently started streaming some Stadia. Also, he's not just a Stadia streamer, but he does enjoy streaming Stadia. And Winstar, again, is a very interesting guy to watch. He did some playthrough of Phoenix Point, actually. So that was fun to watch. And he just keeps continue growing, like he has currently 64 subscribers. So when I see these faces and, I look at their channel and I watch them for a bit and then I see the amount of subscribers, I'm like, say, what? Like, how come he doesn't have more subscribers? This guy is awesome, So once again, he streams a lot of stuff.
I think Winstar also won a copy of what did he win off us? Look at his streams there recently. One hand clapping. Yeah, there he goes. And he streamed it as well. Yep. So he won that. I think that was during the developer interview that we did in December. He won a copy of that, and he was a man of his word, and he streamed that. So
what did he say? What did it say? Bad Dream Games. I thought he was gonna say like bad singing or something like that. But oh man, I'm reading too much into this. But like see here, I thought this was his first ever stream of Stadia, but I guess he did some Falconeer here. Oh no, first ever stream.
Phoenix Point.
So yeah, he recently does that, and he'll be continuing some more Stadia playthroughs. So have a look again. His John, did you? Oh yeah, you did put his YouTube channel there. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yep. And just to let you know, guys, Winstar also has a website, winbydesign.com. So he designed some shirts and apparel, which is kind of cool. So his motto, I think, for his apparel is like just to think as a winner, think positive, So that's what you'll see here. Winners, innovators, nonstop, determined. And I always have a hard time saying that word. But again, I'm just gonna paste his story here. If you ever want to have a look, and I've only actually learned of this website today, so it's cool. When you look at the blog, here's Winstar. He says some very cool stuff. Like his motto is having a winning attitude, and I really like that. Like I'm personally a positive person also, so it's cool to see people who has that kind of mindset.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is it for the community. Highlight spotlight of some of these people. Let us know, guys, what you think of this segment. If you enjoyed it, if you want to see more, if you are new to the content creating, give us a DM or let us know, and we would be glad to highlight you in here, give you a spotlight, because this is what we are. This is what our show is to it's very community focused. So that's all we want.
Yeah, for sure. And I see already there's people talking in the chat about the giveaway. I see Iwan says, if I win tonight, I'll stream it tomorrow. And Bruce says, oh, you know what? I'm going to one up you here. If I win it, I'll take off my pants. Whoa!
I really hope that Bruce doesn't win.
I think Bruce must be taking too many of those painkillers. He recently, God bless him, a week or so ago, Bruce had slipped at work because of all the ice and the bad weather that we've got here, and he injured his back and his neck. But I think he's starting to get a little bit better here. But I don't know. He might have took one too many pills here, saying he's going to take off his pants if he wins. But I don't know how we're going to one up that. Again, before we go to the community news here, if you want to enter to win a chance for Rainbow Six Extraction, hashtag Stadium Connect North. And before we do the giveaway, I'll read off all who's entered, and that way you can make sure that you are there into the entry. Yep. So,
all right.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move along here, bring this up.
All right. So community news. Yeah, we had a lot of news today, so I'm really happy. I'm not sure if we're going to be as long of a show as we used to, because like for some reason this time we don't have like an interview. We don't have like anything extra. So that's what's funny about it. So the first thing we want to talk about in the community is that we have the Winter Community Championship that's going to happen pretty soon. It's actually starting in February 2nd. And if you haven't registered yet, you can go just on the Winter Community Championship Twitter. Excuse me. And he has all of these information that tells you how to subscribe and to participate. You don't need to be a streamer, so you can actually just go ahead and give yourself a try without recording anything. And this time around, we record. We take the score by looking at the leaderboard, the public leaderboard on the game. So
Nice.
if you're too shy to stream or anything, don't worry about it. We can just look at your score on the leaderboard. Something also is what's nice is so Jack the Slip is the one who takes care of all of this Twitter account, and he also made an article on the PSTN network. So week 1 details for the Winter Community Championship on Stadia. So this next week we have Wreckfest for the first week, and it's very cool. Again, actually, I'm going to put the website on the chat in the chat. So
Yep. The bot also will advertise that as well about the Winter Community Championship. So you should see that maybe every 10 to 15 minutes in the chat. That'll show up as well. But yeah, there's a link directly that Ninja put in there for all the details and information. There's up to, I think, over the span of the several weeks that it's going to run, there's like up to $900 that you can claim and win and all that stuff. So
very fun.
Really great.
And so yeah, he even explained details on how to participate. So in Breakfast, for example, you don't need to do any task in the game before being able to see the weekly challenge. So all you need to do is start the game and go to weekly challenge, and you can give it a try. So if you're ever confused in what you need to do, you can just visit again this page and all that. Optional, you can stream. Like I said, you don't need to, but if you stream, we'll do some showcase. We'll be announcing, not announcing, but we'll be talking about your stream and things like that. It's going to be a fun time. The second week has also been announced. We're doing Rayman Legend for the second week, and the Winter Community Championship is giving away some. They're sponsoring some of Rayman's Legend game. So if you don't have the game, if you're interested, go ahead and DM the Winter Community Championship, and you might get a key for participating in the game.
Especially good for anyone who's in the EU where the prices are slightly higher.
There you go. Exactly. So here we have, I think it's probably the most awesome news for today in the community anyway. So we're seeing some approval for Brazilian body has been approved or something like that for Stadia. So it looks like they're moving along into creating some Stadia, not creating, but moving Stadia into Brazil, which is very promising. What does this mean is that we're going to get a lot of new players playing Stadia. And this is good because especially for games that are not crossplay, for like Wreckfest, for example, we'll be getting new players playing with us. We'll probably getting new media, we'll probably get new friends. We'll be starting to see some new people coming in and playing Stadia with us. So very exciting. I love hearing about the expansion.
Really big benefit with Brazil, especially because down there at the moment, getting the console of any variety is difficult, especially with the semiconductor shortage. And I know xCloud had a massive uptake to the point where they have hours of queues. So something like Stadia would be amazing. And I know there's so many people from South America already asking for it. So
yeah,
it's a win-win for them if they release down there anytime soon.
So basically, like what this is, what the person in Reddit is like, so it's the registration of the Stadia brand being finalized in Brazil. So although it's not like a confirmation that it's coming to Stadia, it's a good sign that it's quite possible. Like I mentioned in the tweet there, we've seen Original Penguin has mentioned it and tweeted it out. There's been Stadia games that have been rated by the ratings board there for Stadia all last year. So this is just like another step into the potential expansion into Brazil. And just like both Fletch and NinjaGuy were saying, are like, this is so good because it's just more players and it opens it up. Again, the hardware prices are really expensive in Brazil and very hard to get. So this is great. I really hope that this goes through and that we see, can welcome the players from Brazil and onto Stadia.
Yeah, exactly. And here, people are starting to look into it. And somebody here has noticed that when they ping Stadia or something like that, when they ping Google, instead of getting the usual 80 to 100 millisecond latency, they're getting 20 milliseconds. So it means that they must have installed some new servers inside Brazil. But it's all speculation. We don't know, but everything seems to be pointing there. So we're gonna assume that it might be coming sometime soon. Mm-hmm.
I think it's a benefit as well, because if it releases in Brazil, there's still going to be FIFA.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's true. That's very true. I didn't thought of that. Yeah, very, very good. So here again, I'm gonna copy paste that inside the chat. I really like to do that lately. This is all I do. I copy paste all the links. But this one is someone on Reddit. Write down 15 tips on how to get better inside Rainbow Six Extraction. I've read some of these and they were actually very useful. For example, like it doesn't really matter if you do all 3 missions, in a row. Even if you just do one mission, it's as much experience or things like that. I really like that tip, and so much stuff.
Definitely. He went into great detail there and about working with your teammates and what you need to do. And like you said, don't be afraid if you're going through and you're working on a mission and you don't have enough health or whatever, it's better just to extract and come back rather than lose one of your members on the squad and things like that. So some really, really solid tips.
Yeah, exactly. So even before, if you have the time before starting to play this game, I advise looking at that, because the game is really hard. Like when you start, it's really overwhelming. So this will definitely help. Next up is article from Chronos, and they're talking about the release of Vulkan 1.3. So Vulkan, as we heard with Ethan, the porter of Jackbox Party Pack on Stadia, he used Vulkan to port the games. And what's interesting about version 1.3, if we search for Stadia here, it says that Vulkan 1.3 and the roadmap 2022 milestones bring many welcome quality of life improvement for developers, such as dynamic rendering, which eliminates the need for render pass and frame buffer objects and provides a more streamlined approach for rendering. We look forward to making these improvements available on Stadia, said Nguyen. Sorry if I massacred this name. Hopefully I didn't. Senior staff technical solution engineers for Google Stadia. So what this means is that we're getting more tools for importing stuff to Stadia, importing games. And I'm not too familiar what it means for like dynamic rendering and all of that, but it's just continuing the trend that Google is improving the reporting tool to Stadia, which is going to be very helpful in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And just I decided to put this news right after this one because it's kind of similar. So Chrome 99 on Linux does hardware decoding with Vulkan. So Chrome 99 is a new version of Chrome. And it looks like now they're doing the decoding. And what does that mean? It means that, if I'm not mistaken, the decoding is better with that. That's what I've understood from it. John, correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah. So that's what it's saying there. The hardware decoding works better, and it doesn't stress the GPU at all on it there. So that's great to see here.
Yeah, and maybe on Windows it's already doing all of these awesome rendering, but now we're seeing more stuff on Linux. So you never know. This might bring even more Linux players to Stadia, so even more you can even consider that an expansion, quote unquote. So very cool. Next up is Matt Joseph here has posted a hiring post for Google Stadia employees. So once again, we're getting a lot of careers posts for working with Google Stadia. There's even a few position for Waterloo in Ontario, if I'm not mistaken. So we got Canadian posts, we got German, UK, USA. Like they're looking for some everywhere.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. Yeah, and like you said, there's several here in Waterloo, about an hour away from Toronto here. And some people don't realize too that the Waterloo office was uh, took part in developing the software for the controller as well. So they have a integral part in Stadia as well. So it's great to see that they're hiring all over the world basically.
Yeah,
So
and
awesome.
I've looked at this position, the software development manager, and they're not that demanding. Like all you need is some experience in programming, like coding, and maybe some video game experience, and that's all. Like some people say sometimes that Google they only want the best. Like not saying that you're not the best if you're applying for this, but uh, it's not like you're not requiring like a super huge portfolio, and you don't need to brag about
Right.
super big stuff. So it's a very cool position.
Hmm.
And next up, talking about bragging, and we
Come on,
got
Mr. Superfan.
yeah.
No.
So here we have John, who's giving a huge shout out to Chris Grace and Google Stadia for the awesome package. So very cool. So Stadia, the Stadia community workers decided to acknowledge John for his amazing work that he did with the community. I think this was mostly a thank you for the letter he did for the second anniversary. I think this was like what impacted it. But it's cool. So he's got some new swags from Stadia. And I wish that we could buy this as merch, but
I know.
the fact that
Right?
they at least exist, right? So it's kind of cool to see that we can
That's
get
what-
like stickers and.
That's where
that
John
what-
could
stickers.
store all of his Stadia controllers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? That backpack is already up in the closet on a hanger. No way in heck am I ever going to wear that backpack.
Yeah. No,
So
for sure.
yeah, and there's a little pin there that they included as well. So it was
Yeah.
really awesome. It was when Grace was still there. She initiated that, Grace, and then Chris. So it was really nice to see and receive that from them.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know that there was another type of pin because I know that you also own the other pin from PAX, I think.
Yep,
And
yep. There's a pin from
yeah.
PAX. So this is the second Stadia variant pin, and I think like seeing that different pin there, that kind of kicked off my little current obsession is to try and collect all the Stadia merchandise. So if you know anybody out there, Clive, I want to get that Stadia hoodie that they had from the pop-ups right after launch, as well as
in
so some
London,
other
the
things.
lighter ones,
There was only 3 places where they had that pop-up event. It was in the UK, in Los Angeles, and there was one other place. I think it was in France. I don't remember, but they're very limited, and of course you can't buy them and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
very
my
cool.
current obsession.
I get I'm sure that the black sweater is high on your want list, right? Because this is
Yes.
it looks so
Yep.
cool. Like,
Yep.
do you know if Clive has that one? I feel like I've seen him.
Well, yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
sweater.
The sweater with where you zip it up and it's got lights around it and everything.
Yeah. Oh
Yep,
man,
he's
I
got
wish I
that.
had
So
that.
there, yeah, I know. So there's that. There's also a blanket, a Stadia blanket. Clive
What?
said he had a Stadia umbrella. There's a different water bottle. So these are all just like fun little things that we do and talk about. But I would definitely love to get my hands on uh, that light up hoodie or sweater, jacket, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Hopefully you can get it sometime soon.
Yeah.
Next up is Jack the Slip. So last Sunday he does his Stadia stats, and so StadiaHunter.com is getting close to 2,000 users. So would love to see it grow to the point where most achievements have a user contributed guide. I'm willing to place a bounty to help accelerate this. See next post for details. So what does that mean? Yeah. So before I talk about that, just to let you know that Stadia Hunters is created by Endeavor, and actually Fletch is one of the admin on the Stadia Hunters Discord. So if you haven't looked at the Stadia Hunters website, go have a look. One time I had a chat with Endeavor, the person who created Stadia Hunters, and he said the best way that you can support him is by just visiting the website. That's all he wants from everyone. So
Wow.
yeah, have a look if you can. And so Jack the Slip says the first 10 people to create a new quality guide reply to this tweet with the URL plus follow me for DMs will get $10 in Google Play or PayPal credit. So and the next 20 people who do the same thing is $5. So all you need to do is go in the Stadia Hunters, create a quality guide, and have a look. So and write a guide. So I think that InLead did a guide recently for Bomberman, and I think that worked out pretty good. And Jack, he communicated with Jack, and they figured stuff out. So it's a cool initiative from Jack. Jack is very kind. He likes to do these types of things. So hats off to Jack for sure.
And so we are at one point. I can guarantee you this. We are going to get InLead or InLead on the show here so we can find out. The very first question is, how do you pronounce your name? That way we can settle it here.
I wonder if you will tell us.
Yeah, I know. Vivi in the chat, I know a couple of weeks ago was being silly. It was like, oh, it's InLead, or, like just spelling it out there. That's how you pronounce it. But we'll solve that mystery. That's one of the many Stadia community mysteries, and we'll solve that here. Yeah. I vow in the next couple of weeks.
we need them on the show for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is a game that might come to Stadia. Like, it's promising. Not sure, but Aerial Knight is a game. It's like a running game where your character just keeps running, and you have to avoid obstacles and get through the end of the level like that. And
if you click on his profile there,
yep.
And I think there's a video.
There it is.
Yeah, here it is.
Okay.
Here.
So
yeah. It's currently out on other platforms, and there was a question. It's like, oh, well, you want to bring this? Can you bring this to Stadia as well? Because I believe it's made with Unity, and they're like, well, that's up to Stadia. And one of the Stadia heads was tagged there. I think it was it. Alan Joyce, yeah.
Yes.
Alan Joyce was tagged there, and they're like, it looks great. I'll check on it with a partnership team. So that's awesome, right? I mean, it's a very unique game, and it looks pretty fun. So we'd love to see that come to Stadia. So I reached out to the developer there to see if they would like to come on the show and just maybe talk about the game, but I haven't heard back yet. So maybe we could get them on and just talk about it, get more exposure, and who knows what happens. Maybe nothing happens from it, but there's always worth that shot of getting it out there and letting more people know about his game.
Exactly. Like it's nice that they have people like Alan Joyce who reach out with these developers and get more game in there, because this is what we need. And it's definitely a game that I would be trying. I mean, it looks pretty cool.
It's definitely a benefit reaching out to these sort of having these Stadia sort of product managers, etc., going to these developers. We sort of point out it was the same with the Art of Rally when I spoke to that developer, and even though that game's not coming anytime soon, it's still on their radar too. So eventually down the line,
even if they just keep in touch, right? They just
right.
It's that line of communication.
Yeah, you never know what comes with it. And we know, like last week when we were talking with Yves, he said like the Stadia community is very vocal, more so than other platforms. And it's really great. So keep reaching out, keep bringing that attention. And I know some people look down on that, but no, I mean, what's the harm in it? As long as you're being respectful and doing it in a proper way, it's great. All, to raise the awareness of Stadia to other developers and potentially, bringing the game to Stadia. What do we see? We saw Extinction. Remember Extinction? People saw that, and it's coming. Sky Climbers as well. So and that's just two of the many games that, because of the community and being so vocal, are now coming to the platform.
Yeah, and it's a good thing for sure. And last but not least, and I think Tubac was talking about that in the chat, is the Odin. So the Odin was, I don't know if it was a Kickstarter project or like a GoFundMe, like something was funded for this project. And it's a small handheld that you can use to do multiple things. And this person here, Van Hydra, decided to test out Google Stadia on it. And surprisingly, it works and seems to be working pretty well from what I've seen. As I see, they're playing Sekiro. And
Nice.
yeah, it's a very affordable little gadget. If you go on their website, let me check here.
Yeah,
You
I think
can
it's about
actually,
£150 in the UK.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And it looks like it has touch screen there as well, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
they were
exactly.
pushing it. Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, that's kind of it. And you have different options. You have the odd and light. You have
Base.
Pro. The base, the
Yep.
Pro, and all of that. And as you can see, so the Pro is 369, but the light one is 254.
54 Canadian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Yep.
is reasonable for a portable device, if you ask me.
Mm.
And man, like this would be definitely something that I'd buy too. Like you're in the house and you just want to play some games without draining your battery's phone. You can just go ahead and pop that up and play.
Yeah.
You could have what's essentially a PS Vita, but with
Yeah.
AAA games.
Yeah. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like when you ask, can it run Stadia? Like some people was trying to watch, and
Mhm.
so now we know that this is working also. So it just
Wow.
proves that it can play pretty much everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Okay, so let me stop sharing here and
Mhm.
let's jump onto our next section. Man, John, I think this is going to be our shortest Stadium Connect North
yeah,
ever.
but that's okay. That's okay. Going
Yeah.
through the news as it comes through there, and we can see that the bot's been advertising the Winter Community Championship. Ninja talked about that as well. Up $900 is up for grabs across 3 qualification rounds, and there's going to be the final 16-player live finals. We know the Summer Community Championship was amazing, so the Winter Community Championship is going to be equally as awesome, if not even better. So I'm super excited, and that starts Wednesday. That all kicks off Wednesday there, and yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Something that I wanted to mention is so I'll be trying or did I see that already? But anyway, I'm going to try all of these competition on the side without subscribing. So keep a look at my channel if you want to. I'll be streaming those games at the same time, and in case you want to see some tip and tricks maybe of how to get a good score on the game, you can have a look at my stream and do that. But I'll be aiming at being first, of course, and we'll see if anybody can try out too.
I entered for the first time. I didn't enter in summer, unfortunately, but I've entered this time.
Will you?
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good. That's awesome. And so here we go. Vivi mentioned here in the chat there's a subreddit for things that can run Stadia. So that's awesome. It's kind of like like what can run Doom. Like there's always that thing of like calculators and things like this, or the Hello World where people hack things and stuff like that. So that is awesome to see. But yeah, so the Winter Community Championship. Do we know if Malaysia has registered?
I'm not sure if he registered yet, but he will participate.
Okay, awesome.
He
Yeah,
said that. I don't know. He said he was gonna be a lot less competitive this time, but I don't know. I know Malaysia, and when he's in, he's all in, and you know that too, John. Right?
Yeah,
like
right.
When he's like he just doesn't stop. So I think that he's going to be pretty high on this competition again.
Nice. That's awesome to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be, like we said, Wreckfest this week here, and I think Jack even announced the second week is going to be Rayman. That's why it's currently on sale on Stadia Pro.
Yep.
Again, like you mentioned earlier, all the stuff you can apply. There's a couple of a handful of copies that they'll hand out to people. So it's always, all they could say is no, right? So it's always willing to try. Like just throw your name in the hat. Who knows? You're not going to lose anything. And plus, Rayman's an awesome game, right? Like it still stands up to this day, even though it's a couple years old.
Yep. And the third week has been set in stone, but it hasn't been announced yet. So guys, keep a lookout for that. But we are working on the scoring system and that. and it's going to be a fun time. It's
Yeah.
those 3 games are pretty solid games, and it's going to be very competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from this week's news, what excites me most, we'll say from the community, is the potential to expand to Brazil. Like
Yes, same.
that's really, really big news. Some people might not, realize it, and we touched upon all the different reasons, because it's just, adds to the user base. Hardware and things like that are a lot more expensive in Brazil. Fletch was talking about when X Cloud expanded there late in the later half of last year. There's been lines and queues to get on to play because it's so popular. So seeing it come to Brazil would be awesome. And I really do think, if we're sitting here talking about this, there's no way in heck that the executives at Google aren't also, talking about this as well, or, contemplating it. And we're seeing those moves put into place. So who knows? They may not even announce it. It might just be all of a sudden, welcome Brazil, right?
Yeah,
And if they do, you know what? We'll have a welcome party stream for all our Brazilian friends, right?
And we might even get some Brazilian invited, like a new community members. And
right? Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll have new people in there to talk and to share all the fun with, and do giveaways and things like that. So that would be, I'm really, really looking forward to that. And then, of course, as far as like what we call as official Stadia news, Life is Strange. Both of those games, the remaster coming to Pro. Like, I'm just itching. I can't wait until Tuesday for those games to drop and start playing and streaming those, and just have fun with them.
Yeah. So chat, let us know, what is the most exciting thing that you've heard today or this week on Stadia. Are you excited for the games that are coming out? Are you excited for any news? So David P here.
Yeah. He says both the Brazil news and the hiring news, that's great as well. Are invigorating. Yeah. So, and, we've talked time and time again about really how many people would like to see Stadia, the way that Google handles it, like it, accelerate it, but everything takes time. There's reasoning for the way that they're handling it and what they do. So, again, it's just going to take that time for things to materialize into cloud gaming and things like that. So slowly but surely we're getting there, and it's great. I'm super, super excited.
Yeah.
Paul here. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Big bonus, especially with like Ubisoft upcoming titles. All I can say is that is very, very good. Looking forward in terms of Ubisoft games. That's all I can
and we can talk
say about
that
anything.
Yeah.
But very, very good with the games they've got coming up.
So let's talk about that. So we got a few games announced for Ubisoft. So we've got The Settlers, which maybe we might get. You never know, because we didn't get. There's not a lot of Ubisoft game that we didn't get nowadays. Since Stadia came out, we've got a new Splinter Cell that is on the work, which we probably won't receive this year, but that is cool. We've got Frontline that's been announced, which is going to be a battle royale. We haven't heard much about this yet.
Very good.
Yeah. And then we have X Defiant, which is another cool game coming in, which I'm very hyped for. I really can't wait for it to come in.
Yeah.
So
and then
anything else?
Avatar coming as well.
Avatar, yes.
Oh yeah,
so,
man.
And one thing I know as well is that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in the works, and that
really
will be coming.
That's been in the works for like over 10 years, right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of gone quiet for the past 4 years now.
Yeah.
Going on 5.
Well, let's just hope that the hype doesn't kill, that it can live up to the hype, because we know with things, games that have been in development for a long time, Cyberpunk, Duke Nukem Forever, right? Things like that, where they've been in development for a long time. When they come out, people have got so high expectations, and then it's just like, So that's why I always temper my expectations. It's like, okay, it's been in development for a while. There has to be a reason why. Hopefully it's good, but it might not. So,
and on your end, like Final Fantasy 15 was in development hell too, but it ended up being, a good game. So
yeah, exactly.
Daniel White here says, "Want more Capcom and Square Enix? Some Devil May Cry would be welcome on Stadia." So, Fletch, did you try Devil May Cry 5 yet?
I haven't. No, I'm actually. It was one of the first games I ever played when I was younger. That's really bad, but that's what my dad was playing, so I sort of picked it up. But no, I would welcome that to Stadia because sort of playing the reboot wasn't great. So number 5 looks amazing, especially with Dante sort of back to his usual self.
Yeah.
So and 5 uses the RE engine, which we already know has been ported on Stadia, right, with Resident Evil. Right, so all of those Capcom games that use the RE engine could easily, well, maybe not easily, but could foreseeably come over to Stadia. So hopefully, things are in the works. I know, people have been very vocal about it, and of course, Google knows as well. So let's see if they can put some things together and more Capcom games, because they definitely would be very, very welcome.
Yeah, and you did try Devil May Cry 5, John, right? And so it's really good, right? Like it's a very fun game.
I played Devil May Cry 5 on PlayStation before, but then it's also just recently came to Luna as well. Okay. So I streamed that over on Twitch as well. So Devil May Cry 5 it's a great game. Would be awesome to see it come over to Stadia. So hopefully.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised with it being on Luna if it doesn't come to Stadia, to be honest. Especially
when you see those games on other cloud platforms, you're like, oh my gosh, there's a chance, right? Like you never know because they're invested in cloud. So that's cool.
Yep. We see here mostly Martinez says I want Apex on Stadia.
Nice.
What did I see?
Rebellica says, Maxi games. So the
Sims
games,
which would be fine because mouse and keyboard, right? That you can use. So playing it on Stadia as well. So
The Sims is published by EA, if I'm not mistaken, right? So it is possible, definitely.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. So they definitely been testing the waters with their high hitters, the FIFAs, the Maddens, things like those that are the top sellers, Star Wars, and seeing how those do and how well those do. So hopefully they've done good enough. I think we'll see, like at least FIFA and Madden again. We know that there's a couple of Star Wars games have been announced, recently confirmed. So right. I don't know whether they're coming to Stadia or not. Would be awesome. No platforms were mentioned, so
as long as Jedi Fallen Order 2 is, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really want to try the first one. I tried it, but I really want to finish it. It's so fun. We got Jamie Reed, Daniel White here.
Sorry. Yep. Sorry, Jamie. That's what I was trying to get here.
Okay.
Crisis. Crisis 4 should be good. Hope it comes to Stadia as well. So that was kind of revealed. I think this week it was. Earlier this week, it was revealed. Crisis 4, maybe on Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah, the day that you stream Uncharted, I think that's the day.
Tuesday, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So that's good. Lots of people. I want saying
Torchlight 3. That's like a Diablo style game, right? I haven't played it in a while, but okay. Or Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege was a very cool game. I really enjoyed that one.
Yep. When we see our exception goes, Half-Life 3. Am I right?
I think with sort of obviously the big news as well, with Activision Blizzard being bought by Xbox, the fact that still Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella still say that Google and Amazon are their closest competitors in terms of gaming. Says something still, and I feel that this year will definitely be bigger for Stadia, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and sort of I think we'll see that investment ramp up massively, especially sort of towards the whole metaverse aspect as well. More fun,
right?
Metaverse and Stadia, right?
And we know, they again back in July they talked about introducing the new tools and streamlining the process for certification, and even Yves mentioned it last week too. Like before, initially the certification process for Stadia was really tough and difficult, but it's now a lot easier
Yeah.
to get games over, and they've increased those tools, the porting tools, and the development and things like that. So it's just going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully, we see the fruits of that here coming. I even kind of speculated. I was like thinking about, with Dynasty Warriors initially in December, right? It was announced to come sometime in 2022, but now all of
Yeah,
a
that was
sudden
cool.
magically it's coming, February day and date. So did they use some new tools to help, bring it from PC over to Stadia? Obviously we don't know, but it's great to see that development has sped up. Like we talked about it too here. Hopefully we get that time demo too of Dynasty Warriors. Like,
Oh
I
man.
would love that for like
Mhm.
every new game that comes out to have some type of timed demo, so that you can play and experience the game in some capacity or another.
Yeah,
So that would
exactly.
that would be awesome.
Yeah. Hey David, how are you
Yeah.
doing, my friend?
Oh, there
It's
we go.
nice
Hey,
to see
David.
you.
Yep. So we
Yeah.
talked about, we highlighted David earlier, Windstar, Papa Bear Gaming,
Yeah, they're all
content
here.
creators. Yeah, everyone. Jack's just dropped in here.
Nice.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Winter Community Championship, Jack. So, wow, there was a lot to talk about, but we got through it quickly, which is
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
okay. Which is okay. I mean,
Yep.
we're still into about an hour and a half or
Oh,
whatever. But
I
but
sometimes
yeah,
me and
go ahead.
John there, like when the show ends, we still speak for like 20 minutes. Like we just like
Yeah.
like we couldn't even do a show just speaking. So
Yep.
Oh,
uh
one thing I
Yeah.
will mention, I
yes.
forgot to mention actually, as part of Stadia Hunters, me and Endeavour will be doing completion of the month every month. So
Right.
Oh.
we'll be looking through all the completions made over that month across the entirety of Stadia. So you don't need to be part of the Discord. Just as long as you're part of that website, we can track it.
Have a look. Yeah.
And yeah, we'll be posting that and potentially some reward to go with it. But obviously, we're still
Yeah.
in the discussions about that. But
Awesome.
that'll be towards the end of the month. So we'll be doing it every month. So get
Yeah.
your completions in.
I think, yeah, Endeavor should probably advertise it on his Twitter, right? Because I think we only spoken about it in the Discord. Like, it hasn't been too public. I think we should probably advertise that more. But yeah, this month it has to be Pixel Junk Creators. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. It has to be it. Like Krulk works so hard for that achievement. So if it's not that, I'll be surprised. Yeah.
So just as a reminder here, we're getting ready to give away a copy of Rainbow Six Extraction. If you haven't already, hashtag Stadium Connect North to get your entries in. And today, to buy people some time here, just to talk. Today I realized that next Friday, February the 4th, will be my 1 year gaming Scarmiversary. So it was 1 year ago, 2021, February 4th, that I streamed my first Stadia game. And ever since then, it's been amazing. So I said, you know what? To celebrate, I'm going to do a streamathon and do some giveaways. So I haven't announced any details yet because it just hit me today.
Yeah.
So definitely, keep an eye out on Twitter and my YouTube as well for announcement on that. And we'll have some giveaways and celebration, probably stream for, I don't know. I was thinking maybe do like a 4 or 5 hour stream of different games and things like that, just to, participate with the community and say thank you for all your support and do giveaways and all that good stuff. So be on the lookout for that. With that being said, let's take a peek here on my other monitor here. We can see it light up my face. We've got a whole lot of people entered into the drawing here. I'm going to read off, and if you don't hear your name and you want to enter hashtag Stadium Connect North, here we go. We've got Mark, Sally, Allie, Amity, and Now Your Mama Knows, Bojack, Daniel, David P., David Robinson, Death Alive, Dr. StreamX, Exception, Gahendra 6590, Granite, I Can't See, Imran, Iwan, looks like Jack's in there as well. Jack, both Jack and Jack Travis, Jason, KBG, Lo-Fi Monk. I got your name right. I remembered.
Yes.
Hi-Fi and Lo-Fi. There we go. Lord Vivek, Lucry, Lubo, Lukey, our good friend and saucy person, Metal Wolf. Wash that mouth out with soap. All in good fun.
Yeah.
He knows I'm just joking. His sense of humor, he knows. Mostly Martinez, Paul, Papa Bear Gaming, Paranormal Jack, Rebellica, Rippers, Sonic Mart, Stadia Factor. Oh my gosh, Stadia German, Stuart Garad, 1030 Media Group, The Extremists, Two Bag, VV's in there. We Love Stadia, Windstar, X Predator, Zambo, and Zarina. So, a big long list of people here. And let's see, Metal Wolf was listening, got a guy's attention. He says, "I like the soap. That's why the way I am. That's why I am the way I am."
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. He's so funny. So he's a fellow Canadian as well, and has a really awesome sense of humor. And it's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, regardless, so here we go. As we're closing out the this episode here, episode 15, we are going to give away Rainbow Six Extraction. Here we go.
Good luck, everyone.
You must be in the chat responding. You're going to give 60 seconds to respond. So here we go. Good luck. Mostly Martinez. So Mostly Martinez, you are the winner of Rainbow Six Extraction.
Congrats.
Congratulations. You have up to 60 seconds here to claim your prize. All you have to do is just say anything in the chat to claim your prize. And we'll see. Hopefully Mostly Martinez is here. And we type in contact. That's how you can get a hold of me here. There he is. Mostly Martinez. Congratulations, Mostly Martinez. Contact me within 24 hours to claim your prize. That way I can get it out of here and it's not in my tickle trunk, which I'll call it. And you'll be enjoying it this weekend along with friends. So remember too, Mostly Martinez, you're going to get 2 buddy passes with that once you redeem. And Fletch told you some little tricks on how you can play for 28 days with those buddy passes, right? For one person.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm not sure yet if when you redeem a game, if you still get the buddy passes.
They're part of the game to help promote it. So
good to know.
Even if you have Ubisoft Plus as well, it still works.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
Which is bonus, and I believe Game Pass as well. So if you've got a friend on Xbox who wants to give it to you, who's got Game Pass, they can do that as well.
Wow.
Really good process.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, well, I think that's going to wrap up episode 15 of Stadium Connect North. NinjaGuy X is tired here.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. It just like
no, that's okay.
It's just a switch,
Yeah, we're just joking and playing along here. So that's I really do appreciate everyone out here in the chat. Had such a great time. Are you guys up to anything this weekend or
so
or?
I want to try a buddy pass with a local friend of mine. So I do have local friends, and I'm gonna try to convert them to Stadia. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys up to date and see if that works.
Awesome.
But other than that, pretty much it.
Sorry, I just saw this real quick here, and Fletch can answer. It's not any different on Ubisoft Plus, right? For doing the friend pass.
No, not at all. Nope. So it's exactly the same way as you would do sort of with the video that I did. So you just got to make sure that the person you want the buddy pass to go to, just invite them to your in-game party. So get them to start the trial of Siege. As long as you're in the in-game party, literally just click on their name, and at the bottom right-hand corner, it'll have Send Buddy Pass. You can just do that, and it's for Ubisoft Plus. Doesn't matter. So it will still be in there, and you get up to 2 of them. So you can just send both of them to them, and they can accept it, decline it, wherever they need. But it's instant. So
nice.
There's no need to faff around. It's really quick and easy.
Yeah.
Took me about a minute or two. And that
Yeah,
was
a
on
minute
the
video.
accounts I
So
had.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So are you doing any streaming this weekend, Fletch, or any content creation, or just kind of relaxing, playing some games, taking care of your new addition to the family?
Yeah, the pain.
Yeah.
Love it to pieces, but no. I think sort of I'll be doing hopefully a extraction stream potentially. I know. I think
Nice.
me and Ninja are planning to play together with your friend at midday or whatever tomorrow. I think it is
I
potentially.
completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. But yes,
It's all right.
yes, Fletch is he'll be coming with us. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think you confirmed actually. That's probably why I didn't know. But
Yeah.
no,
Or if
you're more than
anyone
welcome.
else-
I'll message you. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if anyone else wants to play with me, I've got 2 buddy passes, so just send me a message. I'll be happy to play along.
Nice.
Awesome.
And then I know that I've got obviously the closed test for Frontlines. So I'll be giving that a go. Obviously, I can't say anything under NDA, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'll be trying that out. I'll just say look forward to it on Stadia. Yeah. But other than
Nice.
that, I've got a couple of reviews coming up. I know that reviews are something that people want on Stadia. So that's something that I aim to do, especially with doing previous reviews like Young Souls, which went down well. So yeah, you'll see more
Awesome.
reviews on Stadia content from me.
Good.
Great. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up here. Thanks again, everybody. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you all later.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.
You did it.
Bye.